Hey, howdy. Well, I'm back in my own personal workspace. It's a bit of a trade-off. On one hand, I get a place to myself, so I can record not in the wee hours in the morning when I have the space to myself. On the other hand, the background noise is slightly more annoying than it was before. But I feel like it's a worthy sacrifice. Because hopefully, being able to record it earlier and having a more regular schedule of when I'm busy and when I'm not means that I'll be able to do A, streams, and B, more regular content, which could be fun. But I guess for now, let's do the daily and the weekly. Dailies to Ether Caverns, weeklies to Rainy Docks. Interesting. Not Rock World, Geometry World. Just like when you only have one chance. That does remind me of something. I was poking around at one point, and I didn't end up committing to it because I wasn't fully expecting to be able to do it. There's apparently an event. It's a Spalood event in Tricolor Room that once you trigger it, it just has an unbelievably low chance of happening after happening the first time. Oh god, right. Well, this is bad. Right, I need to use crossing there. It's not non-negotiable. My other concern is the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi here is not the best. But thankfully, with YNO, it seems like anything short of a modem works perfectly fine. Or anything short of a 2000s era modem works perfectly fine. Oh, come on. There we go. I think what I want to do when I'm all done is I want to... Oh, right. I forgot there was a link to Shadowy Caves here. I want to fill out the Happy Heart achievement. I do love digital hand hub, where it is just hand hub but more chaotic because it's funny. I think this is the connection I'm looking for. Ah, right. This is a cool area. Yeah. This is a cool bit. I think I might have gone the wrong way, but we'll see. Nope. Ether Caverns. Interesting. Oh, Chaos Exhibition, I see. Oh god, you know what I gotta do as well? I gotta do... Uh-oh. Game? There we go. Like I said, the one downside beyond... Or there is a downside besides the background noise, and that's that the internet sometimes decides to just cut out for no good reason, which I can't really help. I don't know if I ever showed this off, but there's so many Kura puzzles. I don't know if they get added very often anymore, but they used to be added quite a lot, and some of them are even Wataru. Like this one down here, I believe, is a Wataru puzzle, which goes to show how far into development they were added. Where's the head? Do these get much harder, I wonder, or is it just 3x3s? This is also a 3x3. Oh god, did that say steps 99? No. Okay. Luigi? Alright, let's head for Rainy Docks next. Nice the princess to invite us over for a picnic, gay Luigi? I hope she made lots of spaghetti. Luigi, look. It's from Bowser. Dear pesky plumbers, the Koopalings and I have taken over the Mushroom Kingdom. The princess is now a permanent guest at one of my 7 Koopa hotels. I dare you to find her if you can. We gotta save the princess. And you gotta help us. I have that entire bit committed to memory. If you need instructions on how to get through the hotels, check out the enclosed instruction book. God, I do eventually, maybe when I'm done with this set of indie RPGs, or maybe a little bit later, I do eventually want to do a playthrough of the CDI Zelda games. I feel like that would be hilarious. Because I've heard that they're like, don't get me wrong, they're not very good. But they're not like criminally bad. They're just kind of mediocre. Made by people who usually make point-and-click adventure games, kind of platformer. The thing that I've heard more than anything is that apparently it's pretty easy. Or the CDI Zeldas, at least. I can't speak for Hotel Mario. But I've heard that the CDI Zelda games are actually quite easy. It's very simple puzzles and very simple gimmicks to the boss fights. And if you walk in with the boss, with the boss's gimmick, the boss will just instantly melt. God, now I'm torn between wanting to recite every single one of these stupid lines that I see and stopping myself. Okay, screw it. Lamp oil, rope, bombs, you want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rupees. I find I find the CDI cutscenes way funnier than I think a lot of people do, just because I had a fair selection of old Philips, it was either Philips or some other company, desktop point-and-click adventure games. Not like because I know a lot of kids or a lot of streamers I've noticed grew up with the Humongous Entertainment games. I actually never had any of those. But the games that I did grow up playing one of them was a game by the name of Fritz and Chester, which apparently Fritz was the name, it was like the name of a chess bot that was very powerful at the time. Obviously it's not powerful by modern standards, because nowadays we have things like Stockfish, and we have like things that can use Minimax to look halfway through a full game of chess and find the optimal move, for the next 20 moves, that kind of thing. But for the time being, apparently it was quite a good chess algorithm. But it was just point-and-click adventure games with little chess mini-games to make you better at chess. And it was things like, it was initially like, okay, what do these pieces do? And very simple chess mechanics, and it eventually got into like more complex behavior, like en passant and castling, and eventually things like chess strategies and chess openers and stuff like that. I retained basically nothing about the openers, but actually they were fun games. I quite enjoyed them. The other one, I remember basically nothing about it. save for a few very specific things about it. I remember it was like a technological. It was like basically like future tech kind of vibes, kind of like cyberpunk-ish, but like much less depressing. And I remember that the villain of that game was this like curmudgeonly, like hard-boiled dude who's like obsessed with manholes or something like that. I forget exactly what it was. What kind of city can't operate without? What kind of city can operate without manholes? I don't know. I don't remember the specifics, but that always comes to mind. Wait. Oh, okay, I see. I went the wrong way. Monochronic Abyss is this way. A little bit further up is where I actually need to go. Oh. I was just clicking randomly. Okay, that was the weekly then. Epic. Alright, let's go ahead and finish out that thing. We're at 477 right now. Where do I want to splurge a bunch of money? I think a virtual city would be fun. And just have that be the way that I get to 500. Oh, wrong way. Speaking of CDI, something that comes to mind for me is there is a game in the works. I don't remember the name of the studio or just like the people who make it. The game is called it's RZ. I forget the subtitle, but it is a CDI inspired game. And true to form for CDI, it has full motion cutscenes and reprisals of the original actors of Link and Zelda in the CDI games in special roles. Like, I imagine RZ is played by the voice actors for Zelda. And that is just, like, so cool to me. Like, there is parody and tributes in the traditional sense of things like Shovel Knight, what comes to mind? Like Shovel Knight for Mega Man, or Binding of Isaac for A Link to the Past, and then you get to things like that, and it's just impressive. I'm very excited to see how that goes. I wonder if they wrote the dialogue with the knowledge that people would probably be going through it with a fine-tooth comb to look for funny memes. Because, I mean, if you're making a CDI game, you know what you're getting yourself into. Blasted hiccups. But now that I'm done with Super Paper Mario, I don't know why I'm stuttering so much today. Now that I'm done with Super Paper Mario, I can fully concentrate on this and Lisa. And then once Lisa's done, I can do Witch's House, and then I can just go down the list, which unfortunately means that I'm drawing ever closer to having to play Yik in its entirety. Which will be unfortunate, but hey. I won't learn. I'm not going to learn a lot about the medium by only playing good RPGs, right? Gotta include a few stinkers in there. I feel like I need to work on my entertainment diet, as it were. Because, simply put, I play and watch too much good stuff. Like, I noticed that when I was watching... I was just, like, watching The Simpsons over my dad's shoulder at one point. Because he just, like, had it on passively in the background. It was either that or Rick and Morty, and I was just looking at it like... Man. Like, it fills a sort of weird void of just like, yeah, this isn't very good. Hey, I got nothing against the first few seasons of Rick and Morty, but now, newer Rick and Morty, ugh. Newer Simpsons, eh. I will say, I watched the Treehouse of Horror episode, the newest one. That was one of the ones that I watched over my dad's shoulder. Treehouse of Horror pretty consistently knocks it out of the park. And for those who don't know what Treehouse of Horror is, to the people who somehow have never heard of The Simpsons, the Treehouse of Horror is a long-running Halloween special sort of gimmick, where sometimes they're related, but sometimes the little episodes are related, but it's 3 little like shorts, and they're horror shorts of some capacity. Usually they're like spoofing. They're spoofing a scary movie, or maybe like a famous scary book, or something like that. And this one was... This one was... I don't remember 2 of them. It was... It... Let's see... It was It... something about, like, a haunted picture book, and Death Note. And when I say Death Note, I don't just mean, like, plot-wise. I mean style-wise. Like, I rag on modern Simpsons quite a lot, and for good reason, because it's kind of just droll and creatively bankrupt in modern times. But the Death Note episode was actually very good. It wasn't perfect, but they had the style down brilliantly. To the point of even, like, when... Because, of course, it's The Simpsons, so it's Bart and Lisa in these roles instead of Light Yagami and Elle. To the point, like, when Lisa writes down the names in the I forget what they call it, I think it's the Death Tome or something like that. They even, like, parallels the camera angles of Death Note when Light is writing in the book, and it, like, dramatically pans across the page as he's writing all these people's names in the Death Note. It was really, really well done. Genuinely caught me off guard when I was looking over in the middle of eating dinner. I was like, oh my god, is that a Death Note episode? What the hell? First try. But I ended up watching... I forget how far in I went, but at one point my dad was like, okay, you guys have got to watch... got to sit down and watch The Simpsons. Because I grew up watching it and it's a good show, dang it. And I mean, he's right. It is... I do agree that it is a good show. In the early seasons, of course. Like, you can't really judge The Simpsons on how it is in season 35. But seasons 1 through 10, up through Who Shot Mr. Burns, genuinely very good. I would highly recommend, like, especially the earlier, like, probably like season 2, 3, 4, even up to season 10, like, it's real good. A lot of classic lines, a lot of it very quotable, very, very witty. It's just a good show, frankly. But I kind of wish that I had more modern Simpsons on my periphery more often so that I could just like compare it with worse shows and just think like, yeah, well, this is what makes a show good, this is what makes a show bad. Same with video games. But there's so many moments where I watch someone play something or I play something myself and I'm like, damn, that was a good game. And then I do that over and over again. To the point that I either need to recontextualize what I think a good game is, or I need to experience more bad games. Not to say I've become too optimistic, but it would probably be better if I appreciated some lesser works. I'm gonna gorge myself on these for a little bit. Until I get... I'll do about 20 of these until I get up to 500. Because then, when I wake up, I'll get a super rare good achievement. Oh, wait, these aren't counting. Oops. I just gorged myself on the rainbow pastries for nothing. I'll have to drink some sodas. There's one more thing I want to bring up before I go back up to, like, Darkroom or something. Is that if you talk to Miku, you can actually change the music. I had no idea this was a thing before. Oh no! Reminds you of the time when the servers were getting DDoSed or whatever was actually going on there. You just pause the game and... be sent to hell. There we go. I just need to have 20 snacks. of varying types. Oh god, someone's doing... someone's in Ancient Arapolis. They're doing the Rusted Factory route. Godspeed, that's all I have to say. Okay, so I have seen Hatsune Miku. Four left. Is that a nut? We did it! 500. Excellent. So now I think we just wake up and we get the achievement. Yeah! There we go. Hang on. Oh god, there's another one. There is another one, okay. Interesting, have a body count of 500 or more. That's all I got for now, I think. Thanks so much for watching.